precious Swan and Canning Rivers are at the very heart of our city. But the problem is, like all rivers, they sit at the base of a massive area that we call the catchment. And so they get fed by thousands of drains like this one with pretty much everything that comes off our sprawling suburbs, cities, and even way out in the wide plains of the wheat belt. But the real clincher, the thing that makes it that much harder for the river, is the fact that Perth is literally built on this horrible, gutless, sandy soil. So it leaks and sheds so much more than almost any other soil on the planet. So that means in your garden, and you may not even realise this, that so much of the nutrients that you add, if you're not careful, just end up here, causing pollution, algal blooms, fish kills, and at its worst, even river closures. The answer for most of us, and the thing we can all do to make a difference, is practice these simple river-wise gardening tips. Number one, and the thing we talk about so often on the show, is to build up your soil. It's now so easy with the new array of soil amendments on the market, and when you combine these with a really good compost, your sand can be transformed into soil, and that makes the most wonderful foundation for a great garden. Now, this improved soil is going to need half the water of the unimproved stuff. It's going to need a fraction of the fertiliser from the old regime. The river wins, your garden wins, and you can save a heap of money too. Whenever you can, use our wonders from down under, beautiful native plants. These guys are great because they are hardwired to cope with our tough climate and poor soils, so they will do so much better using a lot less, and they can bring your garden alive too. Only use the right amount of a good quality, slow or controlled release fertiliser. Remember, your fast-acting fertilisers are just not designed for our gutless sand, so most of what you add with them, it just ends up in the river fertilising algae. As a tip, go for a product that feeds the soil too, and that is bolstered with trace elements, and your garden will be so much happier. Use really good quality wetting agents and activate them with the hose. This will help to draw the water into the soil and stop that tragic runoff. Finally, use really good rough course mulch and don't overwater. You simply flush expensive nutrients beyond the root zone, and on an express stop, dump pollution highway. So we all need to be on the lookout for the best interests of this wonderful river. And the decisions that you make in your garden and in your home are going to make a massive difference as we continue to grow and live along the banks of this fantastic river.